Do not buy a house. Stop paying rent. Which option is best? Increasing home prices, high mortgage rates, and inflation have kept a lot of people from buying a home. And the media seems to report something different every day, increasing the fear and confusion for potential home buyers. It's difficult to know what to do in this wild housing market. So today, I'm sharing the pros and cons of renting versus buying a house. Yes, I'm a realtor, but I will not try to convince you to buy a house. Instead, I'm going to share market data and research to help you decide what your best option is for your current situation. This is the most honest video comparing home ownership to renting. I'm going to start by answering the following question. When is it better to rent? It's better to rent when 1, you don't know how long you'll be living in the area. 2, you don't have stable employment or you have a low paying job. 3, you have a lot of debt. 4, if you don't know how to budget your money. 5, if you spend your money like it's going out of style. 6, if you're living paycheck to paycheck. 7, if you travel a lot for business or pleasure. 8, if mortgage rates are crazy high like they were in the 1980s. 9, if the housing market is crashing. Or 10, if you're really old. What's the point of buying a home if you're not going to be around to enjoy all the benefits, which I'll talk more about in just a minute. What are the advantages of paying rent? Number 1, no maintenance or upkeep. This saves you money and gives you more free time. 2, you don't have to pay to replace things when they get old. 3, rent can be cheaper than a mortgage payment. Number 4, no real commitment except for the monthly payment. 5, more amenities. Rentals often include a pool, gym, clubhouse, and etc. 6, more friends. Being in high-density locations often equates to a better social life. 7, smaller down payment. The down payment to rent is a fraction of what you need to buy a house. And homeowners who experience hardship could lose their home and all the money that they put into that house. 8, it's much easier to relocate if a better opportunity comes along. It can be extremely difficult to sell a house in a tough market. But even when times are good, it can take months to sell and close on a home. Number 9, uncertain future. If you're not sure where you're going or what you're doing next, rent might be the best option. 10, invest in other opportunities. You can invest that hard-earned cash instead of putting it down on a deposit to buy a house. Some people have quickly built a lot of wealth by purchasing stock, crypto, or even starting a business. If you know what you're doing, this could be a better option. Now, just real quick, if you find this helpful, please give me a thumbs up. For the best real estate tips and trends, please subscribe and ring the bell. This allows me to keep making videos to help awesome people just like you. Thanks. What are the benefits of owning a home? Number 1, privacy. You no longer share paper-thin walls with strangers. This means no more listening to your neighbor's television, their music, arguments, or that other thing. You know what I'm talking about? It just makes things weird. On the flip side, you can crank up the volume on your TV and your music. You can smoke, drink, clink around in the middle of the night, have loud discussions with loved ones, and really do whatever you want within reason. You might also enjoy the solitude of having your own yard. The peace and comfort you'll receive from having a place of your own is, well, it's indescribable. Number 2, stability. Rentals have a high turnover rate. Most people who purchase a house plan to stay there for several years, if not forever. This often leads to number 3, deeper relationships. Because single-family neighborhoods are less transient, you're far more likely to build long-term and in many cases, lifelong friendships. A lot of people stay in the same home for 10 or even 20 years and often longer. You will grow to love and trust many who live nearby. Living in an area where people care for and look out for one another provides a true sense of community, and this leads to number 4, safety. In general, single-family neighborhoods are safer. This chart shows the crime rate per 100,000 people. Both property and violent crimes are higher in locations with larger populations. This is one of the top considerations when choosing a place to raise my family. Number 5, personalization. As a homeowner, you can customize, update, or upgrade at any time to fit your personal taste and lifestyle. There's no need to call your landlord or ask your mommy because you're the boss of yourself. This could be something as simple as painting, changing out lighting or plumbing fixtures, and things of this nature. Or you might have the option to finish a basement or create additional living space. You can convert space inside your home into an office, a home gym, a theater room, and etc. Now for many, this next one is insignificant. And for others, it's the most important thing on the list. What am I talking about? Number 6, pets. Most rentals do not allow animals, or they have heavy restrictions at a greater cost. As a homeowner, if you want a pet, you can get one. Do you like the furry creatures? Or do you prefer something that hops, spins webs, or slithers? It doesn't matter as long as you're within the laws or the rules of your jurisdiction. No doubt, the benefits of the items I just mentioned are incredible. But the financial advantages of homeownership are life-changing. Did you know that homeowners are nearly 40 times wealthier than renters? I didn't say 40%. Data from the Federal Reserve shows that homeowners are nearly 40 times wealthier than those who pay rent. Homeownership has insane financial advantages that renters do not receive. This is why they say it's always a good time to buy real estate. These incredible financial advantages start with number 7, tax savings. Owning a home is often cheaper than renting, even if the monthly payment is a little higher. The government offers tax incentives to homeowners because it spurs economic growth. You can deduct mortgage interest, property tax, and mortgage insurance, saving you thousands of dollars per year. It's important to understand that homeownership decreases the wealth gap between the poor and the wealthy. You will gain a better understanding of how owning a home builds wealth as I go through the rest of this list. Number 8, predictable housing costs. When you buy a house with a fixed rate mortgage, your monthly payment will stay the same for 30 years. Rent can increase every year and sometimes quite significantly. If you're currently paying $1,500 per month in rent, after 5 years, you'll have paid $90,000 or $270,000 in 15 years and more than $500,000 after 30 years. But this does not account for the ever-increasing cost of rent. You can expect rent to increase by 3 to 5% every year. So if your monthly rent is $1,200 today, it could easily be more than $2,000 in 30 years. In a 30-year time period, many will pay more than $1 million in rent. And after all that time, you'll have nothing to show for it, and you could end up paying rent until you die. It can become a lifelong commitment to nothing. After 30 years of owning a home, it should be paid off. That means you'll be able to live the rest of your life without that nagging monthly mortgage payment. Think about the amazing things you could do with all that extra money. You could buy your dream car, pursue your hobbies, spend more time with loved ones, travel, and more. Number 9, appreciation. Of course, the housing market has its ups and downs, but in the long run, house prices increase by about 3.7% per year. A $400,000 home appreciating at 3.7% would equate to approximately $15,000 in equity in just 1 year. After 5 years, it might be $80,000. But in some years, you could receive a massive boost. In 2021, the average appreciation nationwide was nearly 20%. So if you'd purchased a home in January of 2021 for $400,000, in January of 2022, your home would have appreciated by $80,000 in just 1 year. Not to mention, each month when you make your house payment, a portion of your funds are applied to the principal of that loan. So you're paying the house off little by little. When you add appreciation to that equation, you get one of my favorite words, equity. For a lot of people, that equity built over 30 years is so great that they can, number 10, retire. After 30 years, your home should be paid off and it could easily triple or even quadruple in value. How's that for a retirement plan? This will give you some incredible options. You can stay in the home with no monthly payment for the rest of your life, or sell it and get something smaller, keeping a pile of cash. Or like many others, you might move to a location that provides a better quality of life. You can be closer to family and friends, warmer weather, or a place where you can pursue your hobbies or your passions. Remember, that 30-year countdown doesn't start until you buy. Number 11, it's a great investment. Real estate is the safest and fastest way to build wealth. For most people, buying a home is the best financial decision that they'll ever make. The combination of paying down your mortgage every month, plus appreciation, is powerful. So what if you purchased an investment property, or 2, or more? Just one additional property will drastically increase your net worth. As I mentioned, when you make a house payment, you pay down your loan a little. When you pay rent, you pay off someone else's loan. Imagine if a tenant was paying that second mortgage for you. When you combine appreciation, plus increasing rents, compounding over time, the wealth built can be mind-blowing. The last item on my list is the greatest blessing of them all. Number 12, there's no place like home. Having a place you can call your own is priceless. Your home will be a place of peace and refuge from the world for yourself and for your family. It's a place where the most special memories are made. A place where you can be yourself without judgment from the world. Your home will be a place where loved ones can gather. It can be your office or school and a place of entertainment. For your children, your home will be the center of their universe. Almost everything that they love and hold dear will be under one roof. Your roof. There's no combination of words or grouping of sentences. Not even a list like this can begin to describe the beauty and importance that a home will have in an individual's life, especially for a child. This benefit surpasses all others by miles, and I could go on, but you get the point. Buying a home will be one of the most influential things that you do for yourself and for your loved ones. So there you have it. I've laid out the facts so you can make the decision that best suits your personal situation. Always carefully consider your financial situation and your goals before deciding to purchase a house. And remember, this is edutainment, so always do your own research. Okay, so if you want to buy a house, but you're worried about the current market, you'll want to watch Mortgage Rates Suck. Should I buy a house now or should I wait? Or if you prefer to build a house, you might want to watch Should I Build a Home in 2024? Look for the links to my recommended videos below. If you're looking to buy, sell, build a home, or invest in Utah real estate, I get contacted all the time. Please feel free to call or text me with your questions. I'd love to meet you, and I'm honored to serve you. For everyone else, please feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section below. If you have a friend or a family member looking to buy a home, you can easily text this video to them. And please don't forget to hit the subscribe button below and ring the bell to be notified each time I post new videos. Also, you can find me on Instagram at Ty the Real Estate Guy. If you found this information helpful, please give me a thumbs up and don't forget to ring that little bell below. It'll make you feel good.